Name is Thursha Gibbs, aka Gibbo. You know, I drive a 2000 Honda Accord Euro R, red, and 18-inch Vaux white rims.
Yeah. So 2000 Honda Accord Euro R, and guys, I don't know if there's a lot of them still left in Jamaica. I'm not talking the car itself, but the Euro R. You know, them very hard to find. These are like dime a dozen, especially this shape. And when we talk about clean, guys, we are talking about real clean. This car is immaculate, and we're gonna jump into a few things about this car. But first, Gibbs, what I want to know from you is that how did you actually get into the whole car thing? And was it something that you used to love from a child, or you just grew up and decided, oh, I love car, I'm gonna go into it in terms of getting a Euro R? How did it all started for you?
Well, the passion for cars started out from magazines, As a youth, always have magazines and posters up, right? But the passion for the Euro R started when I was a youth going to Clarendon College. The first love was actually a Honda Prelude, right? A teacher had one of that, but then the first day I saw a Euro R roll into the compound, same red, clean, right? My love changed, and I just told myself that one day I am going to get myself a Euro R.
You mentioned the Prelude, and the Prelude for me is one of a very legendary Honda. I mean, I don't think it really cemented its place in terms of longevity on the Jamaican car scene. Because we see them in the early days, and after a while, them kind of fade out. I mean, persons, if you see a Prelude right now, you'd be lucky to see one, and especially in a good condition. But tell us why you actually love the Prelude in the first place before you change that love to the Euro R.
Alright, well, two things. First out, the first time I saw the Prelude, I realized that the back wheel turned. So as a youth, you got fascinated by that, right? Back wheel turn, pop-up headlight. And it was a sexy female teacher who used to drive that. So that for me was like, yes, the Prelude. And I learned later on that, the Prelude shares the same platform as the Accord with the H22 engine, right? But for me, I'll say the Accord is not the fastest car, but it was made for luxury and comfort. So you find that the Accord will share the same type engine that will come in a Type R detuned. So for me, I went with luxury and comfort. And personally, this shape for me is like one of the best shapes that Honda came out with, right? So, I stick to this shape.
Right. All right, so you mentioned the Euro R, you get the Euro R, but the viewers want to know, and I want to know, is this your first car as it relates to performance, or you started out with domestic cars and you jump into performance?
Well, actually, I started out with domestic cars. My first car was a 1994 Nissan AD wagon, right? Not a car a lot of people expected me to own. But as a youth going to school, riding in a taxi, sometimes we used to chunk it because of country with it, right? I love that car. So when the time came for me to buy a car, I bought an AD wagon. And the intention at that point was to put a music system in it. That dream has been accomplished as well, and I'll show you footage of that. But then my uncle, he had a Honda Civic Ferrio. As you know, a lot of modifications was done with that, but he then changed it, sold it, and bought an Accord. And when I saw that Accord and actually drove it, I realized that guess what happened? The dream that I had in Clarendon College when I saw the Euro R will come to shape if I buy the silver Accord from him, because he was the first owner in Jamaica, and so I bought the car from him. And true to its form, after owning the car now, the passion for car was always there, so I started modifications, which led me to know tuners like Porter, right, Big Mish, Bam Bam, Spanish Town, big up on yourself. What I did was a gearbox conversion, and that was not easy. But people like Porter and Bam Bam made it easy for me. Archie, in terms of supplying parts, Bam Bam, Big Mish, Spanish Town, big up on yourself. Me even find Linka Mandeville, Porter who tuned it. So I did it's a regular F18 engine, single cam, but clean because I keep my cars clean. Drop the transmission, sourced the parts and did a gearbox conversion, stage 2 clutch pressure plate flywheel, and a little F18B, chip and tune, launch control. Nice little vibe, right? But after a while, Bam Bam had said to me the day I was buying the gearbox in him, so you know me have a F20B head can sell you, and you make a Frankenstein because you're going to need some more power, you know. So no, you know, so I'm not ready for no more power right now. If I'm ready for some power, I'm going to link you, right? But true to the fact I wanted some more power after a while, so I ended up in Old Harbour, right, and bought a complete H23 double overhead cam setup. Because at that point, I was still sourcing a Euro R, but couldn't get one. So I said, if I cannot get a Euro R, I am going to build something as close to a Euro R as possible, right? And then I saw Andrew, that's JDM Paradise in Ocherius. So I'm from Ocherius, so Ocherius and car culture, if you're in Ocherius, you have to know Andrew from JDM Paradise. Always building some of the sweetest classic rides. Right? When I saw Andrew building this ride, I look at everything on Instagram because what he was doing was everything that I always wanted, an actual Euro R being restored, right? So I used to visit the garage a lot, look at it, they know my car. They always see the love that I have for the car. So when he finished the restoration, Ricky actually bought the car. Ricky is another one of my Chinese friend. He actually bought the car, and trust me, every time I see Ricky with the car, I used to say, Ricky boy, this car is so sweet, this car is so sweet. You know, when I'm finished with my silver car, trust me, it won't be a Euro R, but it will be as close to a Euro R as possible. So we had a link up in Ocherius and, you know, look at the car always, and Ricky said, Gibbs, you know you love this car more than me, I'm gonna sell it to you, you know. Say Ricky right now. And I remember Andrew said, Gibbs, no matter what you do to the silver car, it's not gonna be a Euro R. I said, okay then. Ricky said no. He said, no man, the car is going to be yours, don't worry yourself. So, you know, he called me, the car was there. Went for the car, and trust me, I haven't regretted it since because I watched the restoration online. You know, Andrew would have posted the car as a fresh H22A engine and gearbox that was created down, fresh nose cut, fender panels, bonnet, Recaro seats are fresh. The restoration was done from the ground up, and you know, we have to big up JDM Paradise for that. You have to check him out for those classic cars. And then this wonderful paint job, man himself, Angelo. You will find him on Instagram at MeloJello2, right? This man, anything him touch is as sweet as gold. The man is just the best at his craft when it comes on to spraying a car, right? And he also did the graphene coating after, you know, did an update on it the other day and buff it over and everything and did a graphene coat. Because this is really my toy, right? My dream. Dreams do come true, and you know, they are not far-fetched. This is my attainable dream car. And I am happy to say that I have worked hard and I have acquired it.
When you got the car, we know it was fully done, fully in tune. Tell us, like, what have you done to it since you got it, in terms like you probably added an extra tuning to it, you did a dyno, or everything was done before, what kind of horsepower the car make and all of that?
Well, no, everything was done when I acquired the car. And the car tuned at 193 horsepower to the wheels. Restrictions. It has on a brand new factory Mugen titanium exhaust, which is 2.5 inches going down into 2. That's where the restriction is. So the tuners said that if I want to build more power, I can always drop the exhaust. But I really intend to keep this car stock. Just a few modifications. I have already acquired some Willwood 4-piston brake and drilled and slotted rotors, right? Talked to Porter already because Porter will do the fabrication for me to do those bolt-on. And the next thing I have in mind is to put on a Dev Sport original splitter. But that's pretty much it. Not much in terms of modification. I want to keep this car stock. Modifications will be on the silver car though. That one I plan to toy around with.
And since you acquired this car, what has been the feeling like, the reception in the streets when you drive it? You know, I'm sure you probably have a lot of person asking for you to sell it and all that. How has it been since you have it up to this point?
First of all, you see me smiling as you ask that question. Trust me, the most asked question anywhere you pull up, anywhere you stop. You know Jamaican style. You sell it, you get that everywhere. But the joy for me is to know that I actually love this car so much and I've acquired it and I'm driving it and enjoying it. But you see, when you're at a stoplight and a man pull up in a nice two-door sport AMG Benz and him pop down him window and him say, you with your car clean, you know, that make you feel good. Because you're talking about a multi-million-dollar Benz, you know, and he's saying, trust me, I love that. So the reception in the street is wonderful. People love it. People take pictures. You know, people look at it. You come and people come and say, look, I protect it for you. And I notice you walk when it park. I protect it for you, man. You know, yeah, man. I love how you keep it clean, you know. And that gives me joy.
Right. And the question I would ask as well, even though it sounds like the answer is no, but viewers who come once a year, do you ever think you would probably sell it?
That has not crossed my mind as yet. When I went to register the car, I registered the car when my son was 1 month old, and I put his name on the title.
Right.
So you will have to ask my son that. Ask my son when I know he's conscious enough to say yes. You know.
Along with it, people.
You have a long way.
And the car is immaculate, so why not? Legendary. This car is a JDM car, so I don't know, say, yo, it's worth keeping, you see me? Tell us you told us a few things you're going to do to the car, and you know, you're basically enjoying the car and you have a build that you're going to do so far. But tell us, what is your favorite thing about this car?
The VTEC. Trust me. The tuner is Google. I mentioned that, like I said, everything was done, but you know, based on the information, Google tuned the car, and trust me, the way the VTEC engages, it engages aggressive. And it just sings, and he has tuned the car wonderfully, because in terms of fuel consumption on the low map, anything under VTEC, the car is basically sipping gas, right? So it is a wonderful tune. So we have to big up Google for that.
I know a lot of persons looking and like, yo, I always love cars like those. I mean, the way you explain how you actually acquired it and the whole inception of just dreaming about it, seeing it and falling in love from school days, and today you actually acquire it and have it as your own. What advice do you have for young youths out there who are car enthusiasts, have dreams of owning cars, and you know, try to keep in them staying focused and believing it's possible? What would you say coming from that same experience?
First of all, I would like to let them know that anything that they dream, as long as they work towards it, it is possible, right? Maintaining performance cars, it can be expensive. It is an expensive sport, so you have to focus on your priorities. You cannot do everything all at once. You have to take it in stages, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, as they always say. But if you're passionate about something, true to life, it can come true if you just believe and work hard to it and just be patient.
You know, we can't end this feature without sending out your big ups, you see me? You know, there's a lot of person you have to big up, a lot of person played a role in this car that you have actually known and learned about, and they have actually been a part of your journey. So who would you like to big up at this time?
Alright, first of all, JDM Paradise for the restoration. Ricky, who actually gave me the opportunity to purchase the car. Porter, Max HP Tuning. You hear me talk about him tuning, but for me, Porter is much more than that. Porter is willing to share knowledge, and he has always shared his knowledge and experience. Big up Google, the tuner. There's so much people to big up. I may not be able to big up everybody, so if you don't hear your name, don't feel any way. I have to big up my crew, because it's a movement, you know. CL1 clique, right? Can't call every man name, but Z, Sean with the Boost, H22 undercard, Denton, Jason, you know, all of the man them unknown yourself. But CL1 clique is a movement that we have started. CF3s, CF4s, and the Euro Rs, and trust me, it's about people who have the passion for the cars, and we're actually building, we're actually modifying, and we're actually keeping them in good condition, and we're representing for the undercard brand. You know, they're not the fastest, they're comfortable, so it's luxury and comfort, right? And that is what I love about the Accord. I mean, Honda said, you know, we build this for the family man who wants to take his family around, and if he wants to put him foot down and have some fun, then he can do it with a little comfort and speed. And that is what I love about the Accord. So anybody who wanna get big up, can big up everybody. Who know yourself, who know the role in a play, big up on yourself. Franchise, big up yourself. Bam Bam, a Spanish Town, Big Mish, you have to get a big up. Team Elevate, all of the car enthusiasts. You can't call all of them. Street Customs in Notorious, the whole work. So don't know yourself. Big up. Truth be told, you know, I have to big up my father, George Gibbs. He's not here, you know, he passed a little over a year ago, but he is the reason that I am the man I am today. And you know, say, Daddy, big up. In life and in death, me carry you everywhere I go. Right? To my spouse, Sasha K. Chadan, you've been a tower of strength. You always support me throughout, and you gave me one of the most beautiful gifts that I could ever have in this world. You gave me a son, Nazir Gibbs, Nazir George Gibbs as a matter of fact, because I named him after my father, which is the ultimate tribute. So, you know, to my family, I have to big on up, I have to give them my love, I have to give them my respect. Thanks for the continued support, and just know, love you, my family. Alright, Levar Accord boss, you know yourself, one of the foundation in the Accord world. Big up yourself. Third World Society. I mean, K Photography, you took the time out to do this vlog. You know, say you're the king of modifications, you know. A lot of youths look up to you, and trust me. You know, respect for taking the time out and for show interest, and for you give your stamp of approval so the car clean, trust me, no say. Yeah, the car is something to behold because you have been there and done that. So respect, bro.
My respect, sir.
Yes,
you
man.
don't know it going on, people. You said it, you hear it, you see it for yourself. CL1 Accord, Euro R, one of the cleanest and Jamaican style. If I find the next one cleaner than this or clean like it, I'll definitely bring it to the channel, guys. You don't know it, go. Much respect. Yo, close out the vlog for you now.
Alright, to all of the car enthusiasts, the place I hope up back, and we've seen a lot of craziness on the road. Let me address that. Guys, we know your car is fast, but race on the track, not on the road. It is a passion, it is fun, it is something that, you know, we all love and we're passionate about. But when we leave out, we want to go home to our families, right? So, if we're going to Street Custom show in Notorious, make we take our time and arrive there and have fun and reach back home. You know, to all of the car enthusiasts and the car lovers, you know, whether you drive a Accord, whether you drive a Mark X, whether you drive a Toyota, whatever it is, BMW, Nick Loose, Conk Nation, know them man, they always I bring all of the crazy content to it. Let us be careful, let us go out and come back home safe to our families. All car enthusiasts, big up on yourself.